you ever walked the high pass, watched the northern lights flash, took a photograph on a Paris street? Have you ever climbed a tall tree, asked someone for mercy, gave something away that wasn't free? I don't wanna get a vision of you stuck in my head, because I know that you were meant to be wilder. Another night of television while you're lying in bed, it's slowly gonna be the death of you. Have you ever really lived? You talk a big game, but it's just a matter of time. Have you ever really lived? We're all on the clock here. In the blink of an eye, you're gone. So for once in
I'm kidding. I'm sorry.
Wish I could stay away from this. I don't know what to say. I've always been this way. Fuck. Words are hard, everybody's different, and that's okay. I don't know what to say. Quick, think of something. I'm not sure that I'm right for this conversation. Half a smile, walk away. Again, I'm sorry. I don't really get these social cues. There's no excuse for a lack of words. But I'm pretty self-aware, but apparently I'm not. So I don't know what to say. I've always been this way. Fuck. Words are hard, everybody's different, and that's okay. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say.
Close your eyes. Would you dream for me some paradise? Tell me who you see, 'cause I think I do want you next to me. Want you next to me, but does this work? 'Cause I know I can't get to you. I like the chase, and I know you do too. Am I just in love with the idea of you? 'Cause I'd cross a million seas. Would you do that for me? Yeah, I'd fly this whole world twice if I could be your paradise. Close your eyes. Will you dream for me some paradise? Tell me who you see, 'cause I think I know what you mean to me. What you mean to me, but does this work? Only 'cause we never say what we think. Waiting for the perfect way. Time don't speak. Got me on delay. 'Cause across a million seas. Would you do that for me? Goddamn road 3 times, and I'd run all the red lights across a million seas just to have you next to me. Paris and Tokyo, I'll go where I have to go. Screw geography, but would you do that for me? some paradise. Tell me who you see, 'cause I think I know what you mean to me. What you mean to me. But does this work? Only 'cause we never say what we think. Waiting for the perfect way. Time, some speak. Got me on delay. 'Cause across a million seas, would you do that for me? Times, and I'll run all the red lights across a million seas just to have you next to me. Paris and Tokyo, I'll go where I have to go. Screw geography, but would you do that for me?
GM ETHSanFrancisco.
Are you all excited? Welcome to ETHSanFrancisco.
If you're a developer and you've never been to a Web3 hackathon before, you're in for a treat.
Nervous, but also okay. I'm kind of relieved because I didn't sleep last night and I wanted to end.
ETHSanFrancisco!
Welcome, everybody. My name is Kartik, one of the co-founders of ETH Global, and I'm super excited to welcome all of you to the closing ceremonies. All right, it's been a long weekend, so let's get right into it. This was a massive event. 1,700 people from 46 different countries, 40% of them were new to Web3. And not only is this our biggest event ever, this is now officially the world's biggest Web3 hackathon. So please give that a big round of applause. For those of you who are watching us on the live stream, I want to remind everybody that this is not a conference. ETH Global events are hackathons, and our focus is on builders. These are opportunities for you to learn, get help, and grow as an individual, and we really believe showing is way more important than telling, and that's what the next 1.5 hours is going to be all about. We kind of started this off in 2017 by running one event called ETH Waterloo. It was the only thing that was out there in this space, and over time, this became what is known as ETH Global. 2018 was 6 events. We ran 6 more in 2019. 2020 was 4, because for obvious reasons. 2021, 19, and then this year we ramped up everything to do 16 hackathons across the world. And that's what ETH Global became now. We started with Buenos Aires in 18. We got some screenshots of India, San Francisco from 4 years ago, Singapore, Waterloo. This is Cape Town in South Africa, London, Amsterdam earlier this year, New York from this summer, Mexico City from a couple weeks ago or months ago, and ETH Bogota at DEF CON just about 2 weeks ago. All these things are some of the communities we've kind of helped not only create but inspire. And you've kind of known us from doing 2 things, hackathons and summits. But 2 weeks ago, ETH Global turned 5. We've been around for 5 years, and it's been an incredible past 5 years. I want to take a moment to highlight all the amazing things that have come out of these events. We've done 40 hackathons, including this one, 38 different summits that have just brought in educational content for everybody around the world. They've brought in over 72,000 people into Web3. We have seen 5,300 projects come out of it. We've given $6 million in prizes to people from over 120 countries. We've done 1,400 talks. All of them are on our YouTube. People have learned about tutorials and interviews and everything in between. And they have reached millions of people, or millions of views and hundreds of thousands of people across the globe. And this brings us all back to where we are today. Not only that, so many companies have been founded, so much money has been raised from people who've started as hackathon projects, ecosystems bootstrapped, so many jobs created. We constantly get emails from people saying they've been able to get a job from kind of participating in a hackathon. You've met so many incredible people. I know some of my closest friends from these events. Protocols have gotten so much feedback to improve. Of course, the swag that you've all gotten and the POAPs we've all claimed, just some of the immeasurable things that have come out of this. And we wanted to extend more and get more developers into this ecosystem. So I want to quickly talk about 2 new things that we have launched over the past couple of weeks, and you've kind of seen a glimpse of that already from your Hacker dashboard. The first one is Guides, and the second one is Jobs. Guides came out last week for us. These are ways for you to learn how to get into Web3 on your own pace. You can learn how different protocols work. You can learn how to code over time and catch up on all the things that are happening in this space. These are going to be curated tutorials that are interactive that you can check out on ethglobal.com. And if you submitted a project today, you also got early access to the ETH Global's job board. If you are looking to actually change your careers and get into Web3 and switch roles or get interesting other opportunities, you can sign up for being part of our job board on your Hacker dashboard, and we'll be reaching out to you over the next couple of weeks to talk about how all of that is structured. So we have 4 more things coming, or 4 things in total coming, including guides and jobs, and this is just the beginning. We're going to do a lot more here to bring hundreds of thousands of more devs. But the reason I'm talking about all of this thing is that 5 years is not a lot of time, and we really want Web3 to win at ETH Global. And I want to take a moment here before we go into all the demos and the prizes to really thank everybody that's been here. All the hackers, the mentors, the partners, the speakers, everybody who's ever been a judge or volunteer. I really, really want to thank all of you for being part of this amazing community, and we are really grateful on the ETH Global team. So please give yourselves and everybody a big round of applause, because we would not be here without you. Thank you. All right, let's get to the stuff that all of you have been waiting for. ETHSanFrancisco. This is a massive hackathon. We had 284 projects come out of it, and we spent the entire morning judging all of these projects on the other end of this building. And with that, I'm super proud to talk to you about all the things that we're going to show on stage. And I want to quickly thank everybody that made this happen, so especially all of our judges who've been here the entire morning, talking to all of you, giving feedback, and really appreciating all the things that have come out. So please join me in giving a big round of applause to all of our amazing judges. We have Eric, Julian, Liam, Brian, Elena, Mai, Scott, Justin, Will, Alexis, Howard, Ash, Joseph, Dimitri, Devin, Casey, Abram, Sam, Eleni, Jeff, Omar, Evan, Catherine, Linda, Sarah, Tomo, and Nikki. They've been here this entire morning. Some of them are right now in the audience too, and I want to thank you so much for giving all this amazing feedback to hundreds of teams. And not only that, there are a lot of our amazing partners that are on in the building. You've talked to them. You're going to be winning a lot of their prizes. So to give them also an appreciation from us, please give them an even bigger round of applause. And I want to thank IPFS, Filecoin, OpenSea, Optimism, Polygon, SKALE, Worldcoin, Cartesi, ENS, Lens Protocol, Uniswap Foundation, UMA, XMTP, The Graph, Hyperlane, EY, Mina, Push Protocol, LivePeer, Aluo, 0x, ApeCoin, Near, Samudaya, Fuel, Tenderly, Teller, Dune Analytics, Unlock, QuickNote, Gnosis Chain, Empiric Network, Evmos, Findora, Midpoint, Triangle, Covalent, Samsung Next, and Pool, and Swing. All of these companies and partners are bringing in so many prizes, and we're going to talk about all of that soon. So 284 projects. I'll stop talking because I want to get to the stuff that all of you have been waiting for. We did 4 hours of judging. We parallelized everything in 13 tracks, and through that, we got 13 amazing finalists. What's going to happen next for the next 60 minutes is we're going to bring them on. They're going to demo what they built. These are some of our favorite 13 teams that came from the main judging process. And without further ado, I want to bring them on. Actually, no, there's more. We'll bring them on here one by one. And then after that, we're going to talk about all the prizes that you've been waiting for. So please give a big round of applause to our 13 finalists. We have Mundo, Fuelscape, BB3 Beeper, DAO Census, Mellow Vault, Orc3, Eunuch, ZK Section 9, Decentral Couch, Cambria, Swallow Project, Peekaboo, and Snapchain. These are the teams that are going to be coming on and setting up. And before we go into our very first demo, I want to take a quick second to thank the 271 other teams that are listed here and on the next slide. Just because you're not one of these 13 teams does not mean you were not good enough or there's something wrong with it. These are just some of the themes that our judges were excited to showcase. And I want to give my sincere thanks to all of you for submitting a project, demoing it, and so many of you who are doing this thing for the first time, kind of having to follow that through for the whole weekend and being able to show that and learn from everything that you figured out this weekend is no small thing. So please give yourselves a round of applause for being one of the 284 teams that presented and submitted a project. And if any of you want to learn about what the rest of the list is or follow up on any of the details, you can all head over to ethglobal.com/showcase, and you can see all the projects that came out of today's event and all the details from those projects. All right, I'll stop talking now. Let's welcome our very first demo. That is Project Mundo.
Awesome, thank you. What's up, ETHSF? All right. So we built a project called Mundo. that enables cross-chain utility for refi, that is regenerative finance, and tokenized carbon credits. My name is Doug, and this is Luis. I worked on the back end, and he worked on the front end, and yeah, dynamic duo team over here. Before I get into it, for anyone that's not familiar, there is a growing movement in Web3 called regenerative finance, also known as refi. Yeah, there we go. Woo, let's hear it for refi. It's really awesome, and it's basically looking at Web3 as a new technology and incentive model for solving the climate crisis, amongst other things. And so a big part of that is actually looking at the existing problems in the carbon markets, and there's a lot of projects that are tokenizing carbon credits, bring them on-chain, and plugging them into the liquidity that exists in DeFi and solving some of the problems there. Some of the biggest projects today they launched about a year ago. They're on Polygon, and most of the liquidity is concentrated on Polygon for these tokenized carbon credits. And that means that it's really, really hard if you're on any other chain to interact with these assets, right? And at the same time, there's sort of a trade-off. They don't really have reasons to bridge it to other chains because that only further fragments the liquidity of an already really low volume asset, and that's kind of the whole point of bringing it on chain. And there's also a lot of risks of individuals bridging those assets and managing that themselves. So we saw those as sort of big bottlenecks in scaling refi in the on-chain carbon markets, and so that's why we built Mundo. And Luis is going to walk through what the product looks like.
Yeah, so I'll walk through a quick live demo here. So if you navigate to Mundo, you'll see this is our homepage. We tried to make it as simple as possible with this 3-step experience. So step 1 is just finding out what any given wallet address has as their emissions. So for this demo, I'm going to use Doug's ETH here. So let's find out this wallet now. As you can see, we use EtherScan to see how many transactions this wallet has made, and with a variety of factors like the time when the transactions were made and things like this, we can calculate the tons of CO2 that this wallet has emitted. But that's not all, right? Now that you know that, let's do something about it. So step 2 is kind of seeing all of the projects that you can buy to offset these tons of CO2. And so you can explore here. We used a toucan subgraph, which is indexing all of these projects around the world. So let's go to Brazil, for example, and navigate there. That's where your impact would be heading. And you can actually see the projects themselves. So we select this one. We can see this one has 25,000 credits that you can actually buy, or I should say 250,000. And this is the actual what the credit actually represents. So let's go ahead and check out here and actually offset. So I'm going to connect with my wallet. And like Doug said, all of this happens, the settlement happens on Polygon, but let's go ahead and pay with Celo because that's what my wallet has. This is also a really cool use case where I can offset for someone else. So let's go ahead and do that. And I'll confirm the transaction here. While you're waiting for Celo to confirm the block, let's go ahead and just navigate around here. And when this offsets, you'll see the transaction on Celo. We can also see the pending on Polygon. So here, let's go ahead and navigate there. So this is the transaction that just finished. And if I go to Hyperlane's Block Explorer, we can see that this is the transaction that's pending. And as you can see, it went from Celo over to Polygon. And when that confirms, you'll see the actual certification. Yeah, there you go. This is the transaction on Polygon's Block Explorer with all of the steps that we did. And if you remember, this is the actual project that you bought. So yeah, that's how the project works. I'll go back to the slides.
All right, yeah, so it works today across Celo, Optimism, and Polygon. And this is just a really quick architecture overview. Basically, it plugs into any EVM chain that's supported through Hyperlane today. And we sort of designed the smart contracts. We sort of thought of them as like payment terminals, like you would when you're checking out with like a Square terminal. So it accepts payments from all these chains, and it bridges through Hyperlane not only the value of those assets, but also the parameters for offsetting as well. If you want to retire on behalf of a beneficiary, all that metadata is available and passed through Polygon, where there's a USDC terminal that accepts those payments and interacts with SushiSwap and swaps into NCT and redeems the underlying credits. And all of that is indexed and then resurfaced back through the graph.
Yeah, just really quickly, some future work that we want to do. We really think that there's like social potential for this, both in terms of me offsetting for someone else, but also maybe like integrating with Lens protocol and having some kind of like virality there. There's also the issue of cross-chain liquidity and thinking about this so that it's a lot easier to go from any chain, any token to the actual offsetting, because we want to make that as seamless as possible. And yeah.
And yeah, we spent all our time thinking about refi, thinking about how Web3 can be leveraged to make, drive real-world impact. So if you're curious about how money can work together with plants and you're bullish on plants, then come talk to us. Thank you.
Amazing. Amazing. Well, please give a round of applause for Mundo. And up next, we have Fuelscape. Please welcome them on stage. This, of course, would not be a hackathon if Murphy's Law doesn't kick in. So we'll give it a few more seconds and then get this going. If not, we'll swap the teams out and then have them come on again.
Let's just go with the front end. Let's go with the front end. I mean, video's not loading. Front end. Okay. Go to it.
Cool. Hey everyone, this is our front end. This is where you can actually go to right now. It's fuelscape.gg and generate a, there we go, now I'm using the mic. You can generate a wallet and a private key on Fuel. So now we're generating a private key. And then you can link a player name inside of that text input box, like example name. And then you can link your wallet. Once you've linked your wallet, that name cannot be linked to any other wallet, and that wallet cannot be linked to any other name. You can always reset your wallet and spin up a new wallet if you need to. But if anybody wants to go to the mobile site, fuelscape.gg/items, you can do /example and follow along with the gameplay. But this is where you would see all of your items. We're minting every item in RuneScape as an NFT that you can trade, lend, borrow, sell, and grow with.
All right. Shame for the great video, but we're going right into the live demo then.
Just in case this isn't clear or what we're trying to do. We were very excited about the idea of creating a video game Web3. We know that the adoption for those type of games is sometimes quite different. So we tried to build something on top of a game that already exists, such as RuneScape. I don't know if there's any gamers out here that have ever played it. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. So the perfect way to do it was to build it on Fuel, which is a super fast virtual machine that allows us to do these transactions on live. So every time you're doing something in the game, those assets are being minted into Fuel's virtual machine as real game assets. So yeah, let's go through it.
So you can see him playing, and on login, it actually loaded all of these items from the on-chain state, not from the server of the game. And if you go to fuelscape.gg/items/cc, you can also follow on your phone the inventory in real time. So with this Postman query, he just added an NFT outside of the game to the wallet of the player. And now as he logs in again, it appeared in the inventory as the blue party hat. Can you go to the website?
Yeah, so basically we're enhancing the possibilities of playing RuneScape on-chain, making this game a little bit more fun. And yeah, I hope some of you guys are interested in joining this team. And Fuelscape is gonna go live soon. So if you're interested, definitely show us your interest, and we'll show you the video. We want you to see the trailer of this video. Let's give it a shot.
So on the front end, you see the inventory, but this is not connecting to the game server at all. That's basically just loading from on-chain. And the server itself is also just communicating with the chain. So there's no communication between the game. Oh, it's working. Let's do the video then.
Many years ago, hundreds of soldiers would gather virtually to stop Samarak from destroying Kailinor. Now in 2022, Samarak has heard of the blockchain and he's planning to attack. This is a call for all suffering citizens to protect Kailinor on-chain.
RuneScape on-chain? How's that even possible?
Step 1. Enter fuelscape.gg. Step 2. Create a fuel wallet. Step 3. Export your private key. Continue making progress. Every time something happens in-game, API calls will be sent to Fuel's virtual machine so we can keep track of your progress. So keep chopping wood and get exclusive NFT rewards. Upgrade, sell, trade, or use your NFTs to experience RuneScape at maximum fuel.
Thank you.
Well, this demo eventually did work, but please give Fuelscape a big round of applause. That's the best thing about Web3 gaming. You get to port all the old ones back in with Web3 primitives. All right, next up is BB3 Beeper. Please welcome the team.
Hello, ETHSanFrancisco. We are Future Primitive, and our project is BB3 Beeper. My name is Jaden. I'm one of the devs on the team.
My name is Benny. I was part of the 2017 ETH Waterloo launch CryptoKitties, so good to be back.
Hey guys, I'm Ray. I'm a dev on the team.
Hey guys, I'm Alana. I'm the designer on the team.
Hi, my name is Druzy. I'm a front-end developer.
So we came to ETHSanFrancisco with the goal of getting every single one of you onboarded to decentralized messaging protocols. And we did that by launching an NFT. What you are looking at here is the BB3 Beeper, a retro 90s style pager NFT that we have airdropped to more than 100 of you here at the hackathon over the weekend. This NFT was launched live on Ethereum mainnet to many of you, and this is what it looks like. Now, it might look pretty simple, just like a pager, but if you click into it, you can see all of the messages that everyone on the Beeper network has sent over the course of the hackathon, displayed in real time in the NFT artwork, and you can scroll through it. Now, this is deceptively simple. What you're seeing under the hood here is XMTP messages sent and broadcast onto Lens, and then sent via SMS notification to all of the people who have applied for the airdrop. So that's a lot of people. If you would like to get your hands on one of these BB3 Beepers, this is how it works. There's a giant QR code on the right-hand side of the screen. If you scan it with your camera and hit the send button, send us your ENS, we will gaslessly airdrop you this BB3 Beeper to your wallet. Once you've got it in your wallet, the interface looks like this. You can see the same list of messages that everyone has sent. There we go. There are the messages that you guys have sent over the weekend. If I want to send a message to everybody, I can say hello from the stage and hit send. Sign a message with my wallet, and this message will be broadcast to everybody who holds one of these Beeper NFTs in the audience. Many of your phones will probably be vibrating right now, getting a "You have new beeps" SMS, and this message has been sent out over the XMTP network, posted onto Lens, and broadcast onto all of your devices. So not only can you send broadcast messages via this decentralized messaging client, you can also send direct messages. So if I go here, I can send a direct message to Druzy, hit send, and send it. We launched this on Ethereum mainnet. We've airdropped it to over 100 people at the conference so far, and we would love to get everybody on board with this. Our goal has been to onboard you all into this decentralized messaging future. That's it. That's the BB3 Beeper. Oh, yes. And in true hackathon, Silicon Valley style, one more thing. If you remember having a beeper from the old days of having beeper, you know that sometimes you would just get a phone number and you would have to call it to see what's going on. So if you call the number that this QR code sends you to, you'll hear all of the top 3 messages that have been broadcast on the beeper network relayed to you over the phone, just like you would have if you had an actual beeper. So that's it. That's BB3 Beeper. Thank you all.
Amazing. A working live demo that uses audience. This is awesome. Well, thank you so much. And with that, we are ready for our next demo, and that is Team DAO Census. They just went down. You come back on. You're good to go. Please welcome DAO Census on stage.
Hi, I'm Pierre.
Okay. Hi, I'm Baptiste.
And we're from Paris, France. We didn't sleep during 2 days, but we're really happy to be there in San Francisco.
So we're presenting you DAO Census for DApps. It's a DApp update framework for DAOs. So some context, there is a huge growth of DAOs recently, and they need tools to monitor their DApps and to upgrade them over the time. Many key features are missing now. And the tools that exist have some issues that we need to fix. One of them is concerns the decentralization. DApps front ends, for example, are most of the times controlled by a few admins that can change the front end. So it's not secure and can lead to front end attacks. So what we want to do, what we built is an update process for DApps, making it easy, secure, and decentralized for the DAOs to do that. So we're sharing the update process between stakeholders based on acceptance, and we'll have a certification that the front-end version you're viewing has been accepted by the DAO. Some key features of our product. We're allowing a decentralized front-end hosting, which has been validated by the DAO members on-chain. And we also have a browser extension to verify the front-end reliability.
So basically what we're doing is that, firstly, the proposer is going to have to get authenticated with Worldcoin so that we can prove that it's not a bot, it's indeed a human being. Then, if he has a front end that he wants to deploy, he's going to use a Flick, which uses ENS, and he'll deploy it on IPFS. And then he'll be able to propose a snapshot. After that, the snapshot is voted, we're going to call the UMA oracle so that we can bring this result on chain. And then, if the result is positive, we're going to the DAO can upload can deploy this front end, and then we can check it. The user can check if the user if the front end is indeed accepted with the plugin.
So let's jump into the demo now.
So we're connecting with Worldcoin.
So basically, what we're doing now is a human verification to ensure that only humans are able to do it, to avoid spams on the DAO tools.
And when it's confirmed, we're going to mint an NFT that will enable us to do the snapshot. Okay, so this is done. The NFT has been minted, and we can do the proposal on snapshots. So we didn't have the snapshot open. So once snapshot is done, we're going to do a request on UMA. So we're going to request the IPFS hash. So if this is a test, we'll do the. Okay, then it's going to be on UMA. We're going to vote for it. Takes a bit of time. So if this is accepted, we're going to call the function to settle it. And then the DAO can deploy the front end.
Thank you. It was DAO Census.
Awesome. All right, next up we have Mellow Vault. So please welcome Mellow Vault on stage.
Hi, hi everyone. I'm Tina, Brian, Malone, Moody. We are Team Mellow Vault or Mellow Cafe. We have created a platform for on-chain anonymous voting using zero-knowledge proofs. Anonymous meaning we conceal which address it came from, and zero-knowledge in the sense that we can prove that you have the number of votes without relaying who voted for what. So our project kind of consists of like two things here. So we kind of limited the scope for now to being able to like vote within a specific NFT collection. So if you have an NFT, all the holders of the NFT can create a multi-sig, which we've called like a vault here, and you can create proposals for that vault. So I'm going to go through kind of like a flow here. So I'm going to create a vault called, Brian, do you want to type in these things? So we're going to create a vault here. So we're going to put in the vault title, and then we're also going to specify like which NFT collection this vault is going to be associated with. Here we have like a test NFT collection on Gorily that we've created for this hackathon. But in practice, it can be any NFT collection. And it's waiting. OK, now we've submitted the transaction. And now it's doing Gorily things. Cool. OK, so while the vault is being created, maybe you can jump back into the home page here. Or yes, vaults. OK, so here's what our interface contains like a list of all the vaults that are available. Some of these are associated with NFTs that you might own or not. We are using the graph to host this data. Shout out to the graph. Please don't deprecate your hosted service. OK. OK. While we are waiting for Gorily to confirm, we can show like a previously created vault. So here we have a vault that's associated to this NFT collection called Suspicious Strawberry. Here you can see there's like already a list of proposals here. And then we can create a new proposal. So the way proposals work is you can specify like basically a list of transactions that you want to execute if you reach the number of votes needed. For the interface, we kind of simplified it and made it so that it's just you can only specify like transfer to transactions. Oh, you can see now that our vault that we just created is now here. We're going to put a very cool description here. So the description is going to be hosted on IPFS. Everything else will live on chain. Now let's say this proposal is going to send 0.005 ETH to that address provided. And so what's going to happen is we're going to create a proposal that's going to live on chain. And then once that proposal is live, then anyone who is associated with or holds the suspicious strawberry NFT can go vote on it. And maybe we can go to a previously created proposal to see what that looks like. So let's look at this existing proposal here. So we have a proposal to buy Brian coffee for all the hard work he's done for this hackathon. If you're a holder of the specific NFT, then you can vote. And voting is basically signing a personal signed message, and it lives off-chain. It's going to live off-chain until it reaches the number of votes needed. And then we plug in all the personal signed messages into a zero-knowledge verifier. And then the proof that you've reached the number of like messages needed, as well as the fact that all the signers of the message hold an NFT at that block hash that you specified. So we plug in that proof, and then that will go on chain. And if it passes, the proposal will be executed. And so here we can see on the interface that we've reached the number of votes needed for that specific proposal. Here we have, sorry, what? Oh, that's the proposal we just created. Yay. OK. Yeah, we're going to show an example of voting here. Great. Vote submitted. Amazing. Now we have 1 of 3 votes. Yeah. Any other words?
All right, we have another vote in. OK, so we have 2 out of 3 votes here, so that's quorum. It does just a simple majority based on the total supply of the collection. There's only 3 holders of this NFT. You're looking at them. And so now, once we have 2, we can execute a proposal. And so this should go through. Hopefully, this vault still has enough ETH in it. But what it's doing now is it is calling the API that is off-chain but has all the signatures. That's generating a proof. And then the proof will be sent with the transaction to the blockchain so that it can be verified, at which point, assuming it's valid, the proposal will pass, the transaction will execute. And it could be anything. Like theoretically, this could like handle all sorts of different transactions. Our front end is just dealing with simple sends for now to keep things scoped. But yeah, we hope this helps you govern whether it's like it could scale to a 10,000 member PFP community. It could be just you and your friends who have some token that you gave out. And yeah, we think it should be easier to like deal with, own, and send money, run a community, run a group chat on the blockchain.
OK, thanks. Bye.
Amazing. Well, please give them a big round of applause. Next up, we have Org3. Please welcome them on stage.
Hello, everyone. I'm Julie. This is Jason. This is Harry. We're all from USC. So fight on! Is there anyone also from USC? Woo! Yeah, woo! OK. So today we want to present you an ENS subdomain-based organization management tool. So a quick background. Right now, there are a lot of Web3 community or like DAO. They are using Web2 solutions for sharing resources, like Google Docs, Dropbox, and something else. And there are people that start adopting access control system that's for Web3 community. So, for example, the token-gated access control. But when we look at the token-gated access control, there are 2 downsides for organization management. First is that it's pretty inconvenient and expensive, right? You need to have the contracts, deploy the smart contract, need to send the token to the right person, and that's kind of hard. And the other thing is security. So say if Jason, who are in my community, and I'm the admin. But later on, he leaves. How am I going to take back the token? There's no way that we can take back the token. I can blacklist him, but Jason secretly sent the token to Harry. And oh, Harry now is not blacklisted anymore. And he has the access to all of our resources that we share. So ENS can solve this problem, and we'll see why. So first, a quick recap. The ENS subdomain system looks like this. It's basically a tree-like structure. You guys are all hackers. I definitely know you guys know how this works. So there are 3 advantages. First is that it's really intuitive organization structure, right? So for admin, they can interact with actually our website that just drag and draw, make some changes on the access control, and done. That's it. And the second is that it decouples wallet address, admin control, and access control. Say the next time if I'm using subdomain name access control and Jason leave my community, what am I going to do? I'm just going to burn his wallet address from the ENS that ENS subdomain that he belongs to mine, and he has no more control on it. And the very last, it's so cheap. Thanks for ENS. I use their smart contract. It's only $1 for all the things that I've talked about. So there are some tech details, but since we want to do showing more than telling, so I will leave it to Jason. And those are our amazing sponsors. They help us a lot. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, so right now I'm under org3.eth. So org3.eth is a company of holding by us, and I'm the admin of the org3.eth domain. So I can now go ahead and create, maybe add an intern under julie.product.org.eth. So maybe like Leslie. And then we can get a wallet address for it. So I'm going to just go ahead and call the ENS smart contract right now. We're on the mainnet, so it costs a little bit of gas, but as Julie talked, it's just only $1. So yeah, so we see the smart contract is running right now. And after that, I have to set the new subdomain to the address that I just set. And while this is running, I want to show you the other part of our project. It's the file sharing system. So each file is shared in the organization, but every file has its own access, like granted to some ENS domain. For example, this Ethereum white paper is only granted access to the tech team, and I'm under the tech team, and I will be able to view the file. But if I want to access eth.png, which is under product team, I will have no access to it. Now, let's go back to the organization tree and hit refresh. Well, we can see a new subdomain is created under Julie. Thank you so much.
Amazing. Please give him a big round of applause. Next up, we have Eunuch. Please welcome the Eunuch team on stage.
Hi guys, so we made an NFT minting platform, and the unique thing about us is that we make NFTs scannable because we want intrinsic value in the NFT assets itself. So let me show you. I'm going to make a collection, choose a cover photo, and just write a description. And it's going to mint on Polygon. This is Realmatic. You all owe me a can of Coke for this. Let's just wait until it mints the NFT. It's going to take a while. It's just pending. There we go. So the contract here is minted, and we're now going to create the NFTs. same NFT. We're going to add some assets which are scannable, and once you scan them, it's going to verify them as NFTs. So just a small signature, and we're ready to mint. Now I'm going to show you the laptop and how it's scannable, and I'm going to just move on to my partner, and he's going to just do a quick presentation.
Is it connected? Oh, okay. So hi, what's up? It's Seth. My name is Philip, and what we wanted to build here is to link NFT and assets, and it's like the most trendiest thing on Web3 right now. Except nobody has any idea how to do it. Well, this is our solution: scan to verify. And what I'm about to show you next is something revolutionary, and I'm confident that it might change the role of NFT in the world. Are you ready? I can't hear. One more time. Are you ready? Okay, two identical punks. I see a lot of you are disappointed, and some of you are probably wondering, what in the world is this Chinese kid doing up there? So let me explain. First, I'm Korean, not Chinese. And I know we look identical, but we're actually different. And that's actually the fundamental core of our solution. Because here, on your left is a raw image. But we have the technology called invisible signature, which is pretty much like invisible QR code. And one on the right is scannable for verification. And we do that by using dots. By dots, and we make it blend to the original image that human eye cannot recognize, but however, our phone, our application can detect very easily. And so what we built in the end is a platform where creators can easily mint signatured NFTs that can be scanned for verification. And I'll show you what that means.
Click on the pegged asset and just scan over it. It's going to show you the NFT. It's the same NFT, verified. And could you just zoom into the laptop here, please? So let's try again. It doesn't scan anywhere. Just doesn't scan anywhere.
Notice this image has no QR code. There's nothing.
Okay, it has no QR codes. The app doesn't scan anywhere, but if you just move it over to our asset, it scans and verifies that it's an NFT. And it doesn't scan any other asset. This is the image of the same NFT that we got from a website. It doesn't scan. And it doesn't scan. But the one that we minted will verify itself as an NFT, and it'll also show you the owner. It can be moved onto any other device, such as mobile phone. So you can see that it doesn't scan, right? But the one that we just minted, if you just scan over it, it scans perfectly. And the cool thing is, if you print this on maybe a t-shirt or a hoodie or any of your physical assets, it also scans. So we just want to give opportunities for NFT projects or artists to create retail brands where they can sell products using their NFTs. And we want to get rid of the counterfeit market because once the product is there, there's a signature and it's unique. Even if there's a similar looking hoodie or a similar looking product, that one won't scan. And if someone tries to steal your unique NFT hoodie, then nobody can really do it because you're the owner and the NFT owner would have to change. What that means for retail creators is it also allows for resale revenue because the NFT now has to be traded when a product gets traded as well. So that's one of the problems that we wanted to solve in the NFT space, is that NFTs don't really have like an intrinsic value. So we just wanted to give utility for all these NFTs out there and for us as well. Thank you.
That was genuinely amazing. Thank you so much and congratulations. All right, next up is ZK Section 9. Please welcome the next team on stage.
Hi, everybody. My name is Ting. I'm an artist. And for self-introduction, I'm now the first and the only crypto artist in the world collected by a national museum. And this morning when I was queuing up for the main judge, I received a mail and they told me that I won New York International Film Awards with my NFT. Thank you. And it's generated by AIs. So that's why we're doing a project like that. Suddenly I realized, can I arm my more and more creator people, my friends, with AI power? It's a tool that I was so familiar with over the past few years. So that's why we have the project we delivered today. Actually, Section 9 is from Ghost in the Shell. It's a group of people who are keeping safe the world. So that's my teammate, Tokunbo. He's going to introduce more ZK part of our project.
And that brings us to the topic of today. So zero-knowledge machine learning for AI-generated content. So here's what we did. We first trained the machine learning model to produce AI-generated content, then encoded that generation process into a ZK snark prover directly on chain, and created a novel NFT-based protocol incorporating the verifier that essentially allows AI artists to uniquely mint and certify their creations. And finally, we open source the generalized tool and framework behind everything that is capable of converting almost any machine learning algorithms into zero-knowledge proofs that are easily integrable with the blockchain. And why is that significant? You know, AI artists taking over with films winning major international awards to the right. And we really want to bring that to the Web3 community and properly assign credits to art creators, owners, and suppliers. And why is it hard? You know, machine learning models are huge. Normally, you can't run that on a blockchain because these are essentially millions of floating point operations, which blockchains don't natively support well. And zero-knowledge proofs are very hard to integrate and operate. And what I think is the most important part is that the three key stakeholders here don't really talk to each other at the moment. You have machine learning engineers not understanding the tooling requirements to convert an algorithm to a blockchain-friendly format. You have ZKP developers lacking visibility into the capabilities of AI GC models and the gaps, and creators lacking guidance and support. So I'll introduce our three main contributions. We first trained a tiny machine learning model that's blockchain-friendly for AI GC. This represents a typical workflow for a creator leveraging AI model. And then we created a novel method that rewrites all floating point operations in this model into integer-only operations, which made it very blockchain and ZK viable. And secondly, we regenerate a whole approach into a compiler that translates a model written in PyTorch into CircCom, which essentially bridges ZK and machine learning. It is capable of, with hundreds of components of neural networks and millions of parameters, and we open sourced it. There's infinite room for imagination. What we've shown here is AIGC, but it can also be used for chatbot, writing assistant, fraud detection, recognition assistance, and so on. And here's the circuit generated in action. We'll show a live demo right after this. And then this is a circum circuit expert for AIGC model, all automatically generated. And our third contribution is that we bootstrap the classic ERC-721 protocol to incorporate ML and ZK capabilities to give artists and creators more control over the generated content. So the data is directly rendered on chain, which increases data availability. And the ZK prover oversees that the image is indeed generated by a machine learning model. Only the holder of the machine learning algorithm is able to mint the model. And the broader implications is that converting machine learning models to zero-knowledge proofs have profound implications for expanding the capabilities of blockchains, which enable people in underdeveloped countries to generate incomes with on-chain IGC or ZK-ML enhanced trustless freelancing. And the second point I want to make here is that governance tech in consensus is quite tricky. Our tool can enhance existing approaches in voting and civil resistance by allowing an ML-based addition, imagining a self-evolving DAO smart contract powered by a neural network. And then I'll show a live demo now, which is our compiler in action. So this is quite a simple front end. And then imagine you have a neural network, which is essentially encoded as a text representation of all the operators in a graph. And then if you supply that around with the parameters, which is essentially a binary file, and then our compiler is able to quickly generate all the required constructs to essentially compile that into a zero-knowledge circuit, which, with the CIRCOM construct we're using, are very easily converted into a smart contract runnable on chain. And then this is the entirety of the huge circuit, all automatically generated by our compiler. I think there are infinite rooms for imagination here, right? Like, we can use neural network to detect wash trading, to enable self-adapted all smart contracts, and so on. Thank you very much.
Amazing. All right, next up is Project Decentral Couch. Please welcome the Decentral Couch team on stage.
Hi, we're Decentral Couch, a decentralized Airbnb to help crypto natives like all of us to find and pay for crash pads when traveling for hackathons and conferences. Decentralization actually provides many feature enhancements, so portable trust and reviews, no strict need to develop a reputation that is specific to a platform. It's all interoperable. Sensitive info can be masked with ZK using Polygon ID. And there's no middleman fee. And finally, direct peer-to-peer communication and transaction via XMTP. So we'll move on to a demo now.
Before we start, has anybody heard of the concept of a couch friend? Raise your hand. OK, I guess it's not that common. So a couch friend is a friend who has stayed on your couch before, who sat on your couch. And the idea is that your real friends have sat on your couch. And so we take our business really seriously, because having people stay over your place is a big deal and requires a lot of trust. So on Decentral Couch, we have two primary ways of verifying trust. We have on-chain reputation, and we have off-chain reputation. We're going to highlight today two ways to book a listing on Decentral Couch. One that uses on-chain reputation, and we'll see that shortly, and one that uses Polygon ID to verify off-chain reputation. So here we see the Decentral Couch website. We've entered some criteria for listings that we want to see, and we click search. And bam, through IPFS, we've pulled up a bunch of listings. And we can see that there's a bunch of on-chain reputation in all of the listings, such as number of lens files you have, and also like vouches that are just digital signatures from various addresses. And also, just notice that we have this instant book button, but that is currently disabled because we have not done any ZK-related things to allow for instant books. So cool, we're going to just book a listing now. So we've requested to have a booking, and on the left side you see a guest, on the right side you see a host. The message has been sent from the guest to the host with metadata about the listing and the ask for the stay. And now on the host side, we can accept that request. And we can generate a digital signature that we then pass back to the guest. And with that digital signature, the guest can finally finalize that booking and initiate an on-chain transaction so that the booking is done. And notice that there was no gas spent until this last step, which is a feature of using XMTP and being able to exchange digital signatures. And cool, we see here that the listing is booked, and this is on Polygon, and we're just going to have to wait for that transaction to go through. For the sake of time, we can probably move on to the next way of doing things. Cool. So the next way is verifying off-chain information. And in our demo, we're going to verify that somebody has a passport. And this is going to allow some guests to immediately book a listing. For the sake of time, we're not going to go through the process of obtaining a Polygon ID claim. We're simply going to assume that in your Polygon ID app, you already have a claim. And once you have this claim, you can mint an NFT, which is essentially like a token like a access token for being able to instantly book a listing. And you could send it to any address. Cool, so we're going to use the Polygon ID wallet app to initiate this ZK proof. Cool, and then you could choose the wallet that you want to use. Connecting the wallet. Now the ZK proof is being generated. And cool, we're going to mint the NFT now. And again, this is to an undoxed wallet, so privacy is preserved. And now we can finally do an instant booking. Yep, so see that the instant book button is no longer disabled. We can click it. And bam, the transaction submitted, and we just instantly booked a listing without any trusted exchanges necessary.
Cool. If you liked our project, please reach out to us to be a host or guest. Thank you.
Awesome. I think I know Billy.eth. Congratulations. 4 more demos to go, and up next is Cambria. Please welcome Cambria on stage.
What's up? I'm Will.
Hey, I'm Ben.
And our project is Cambria. And we have another teammate, Kevin, but he couldn't be here.
So we built a cross-chain. Oh, there we go. Cross-chain, one-to-one sort of representation of on-chain activity mirrored inside of a game. So basically, all the avatars you see currently in the game are real people interacting with on-chain applications, dApps, and protocols. We picked 4 of the most popular dApps. As you can see here, we're navigating inside the game. We have ENS sort of resolution. I don't know if anybody recognizes any of the .eth names here, but probably more than likely.
And so yeah, we're basically just like logging events directly from the chain, like from RPC nodes. And yeah, it's basically a real-time feed. So yeah, if you do any on-chain action, it's like transformed and basically translated into in-game like state. So yeah, it's pretty cool. You can basically bring the chain state into your game.
Yeah, as you can see at the bottom, you have filled orders from OpenSea. A lot of people at Uniswap apparently, and more than I expected at Aave Repay. So that's cool. Awesome. I'm gonna switch back. So why do we build this? We think that web apps are single player by default, and that's more boring than it needs to be. If you go to the next slide. If you currently go to OpenSea, it kind of looks like Google Images. You really don't know whether there's one person on the site or 1 million. And we think that social NFT trading is a big reason why NFTs are valuable and they're fun. And we really want to change that. If you go to the next slide. So we're building Cambria, an on-chain, a game that basically ingests all of on-chain data to make it easy to trade. Hop into game and hop in a clan chat with your friends, hop between protocols, trade peer-to-peer, swap, and do other stuff in game. I think somebody stole my RuneScape thunder earlier, but awesome. We're launching soon. Play Cambria. If you want to follow us, give us a like on Twitter. Thanks so much.
Incredible. All right, 3 more demos to go. So next up, Swallow. Please welcome them on stage.
Hello, everyone. We are Swallow.
And this is our team. We are hackers, and we came from South Korea to participate in this hackathon. And we are very nice to meet you. So, do you ever used Apple shortcuts? Apple shortcuts? We are trying to build a Web3 version of shortcuts. So users can register their shortcuts. So it's basically swallow or transaction in Web3 application. So in the screen, you can see that the user registered the buy shortcuts. So whenever the user wants to buy token, the user doesn't need to like go to the DeFi or like send transaction by himself, but just enter the swallow and just click the button. So this is a swallow overview, and we are trying to build a layer between developers and users. So developers use ZeroX API or Dune or other tools and register shortcut to swallow contract. And then users can download shortcuts and make some custom shortcuts and pay for the shortcuts. So Swallow is like an app store. It's a platform for shortcuts. So these are the problems we found. So basically, non-engineer users are hard to execute complicated transaction or query data on chain. And there are so many sites or services on chains. So to solve the problems, we made the Swallow. So in Swallow, users can build their own TX shortcut, TX query, or TX alert. And Swallow is planned to build as a Chrome extension. Is very accessible. So for example, users can monitor their deposit pool's current API or like what happens in the pool they deposit. So I'll show you the live demo. So this is a sign-in page. So you can enter your nickname that is mapped with your wallet account. So I'm going to enter my name. So this is the main page where you can add shortcut. And this is a template that we already built. And as I said, developers can add freely the templates. So I'm going to add buy shortcuts. So in the Swallow page, users can select which token to buy. I'm going to say I'm going to buy Ethereum, like this amount, and by selling Matic. So it's basically swap. So I'm going to add shortcuts, and that's it. The shortcut is registered in your page. And whenever you want to swap the tokens, you just click the button, and it automatically sends transactions. So I'm going to send transaction, and it needs some time. So it uses ZeroX API, swap API behind the scene, but user doesn't have to know what it is or how to use it or how to send transaction. They just have to click the button in Swallow and just send transaction. And also, I'm going to add one more shortcut that shows the current APY of AVE protocol. So I want to see DAI and Ethereum and add shortcuts. And it shows the current APY. So it uses the graph, subgraph behind the scene, but as same, the user doesn't have to know what the subgraph is or how to build the subgraph, how to deploy the subgraph. The Swallow does do the other thing. So I explained all the things. So our future works is to build a builder economy where developer can build shortcuts and build a builder. So builder can earn money by selling shortcut, and user can purchase shortcut. So Swallow as a platform or the layer, we take the platform fee between builder and normal user. Thank you, and if you're interested in the project, please contact to this email. Thank you.
That was amazing. Can't wait to use it myself. All right, second last demo of the day. Please welcome Team Peekaboo.
Hi, everyone. My name is Greg Heisen, and
hello, I'm John Johnson.
I do smart contract R&D, and I've been awake since 7 a.m. yesterday, so this is sort of me in my sleepiest form, and I'm going to do my best to describe this. I'm very excited about what we've done here. So we're Peekaboo, And we did a blind NFT auction with verifiable delay functions. So a quick little recap on just how existing blind NFT auctions work, such as the ones that they used to do with the ENS names. The bidder would hash their bid along with some salt. They'd commit that hash on chain, and then sometime later they would reveal the pre-image and show their bid. The downside of this is that there's a lot of transactions that have to happen. So what's better about Peekaboo? We have fewer transactions. Only the winning bid is revealed on chain. So this results in a lower amortized gas cost and also makes the whole system more scalable. Additionally, all the sealed bids are revealed simultaneously. So instead of the bidders trickling in and revealing one bid at a time, they all get revealed at once. So it makes a better user experience, and then it also mitigates griefing. So super cool. And I want to mention that this is made possible by the 2021 tied encryption scheme, which we adapted to Ethereum by putting part of this encryption scheme in smart contracts. And so that's what we've been up to for the past hours. We're going to do a live demo. Before that demo, I also want to mention that we have Peekaboo decks on GitHub, and so you can go and you can check out all the code here, and there's a whole summary of how it works. So I'm not going to go through all the slides doing that now. And yeah, we're going to try to do a live demo here. Okay. Start auction. All right, so what we're going to do here is we're going to... Cool, yeah, all right. So yeah, we're going to start an auction here, and then we're going to have some a Python script in the background that's going to make a bunch of bids. So what's happening here when we first create an auction is it's constructing two things. It's constructing a puzzle and a public key. And the puzzle is a VDF, and when this VDF is solved, it's going to produce a secret key. And then that secret key is going to be able to is going to be used to decrypt all of the bids. So we are doing this this demo on the Goerli testnet, and our internet is a bit slow here, so we're a bit limited. Oh yeah, all right, perfect. So the auction has been created. So right now we're going to see some bids populate over time, and the way that bidding works is simply a bidder takes the public key and encrypts their bid and submits it on chain. So instead of the traditional commit reveal where you're hashing it with some salt, you just encrypt it, put it on chain. So we should see some bids coming in here shortly. Some fun anecdotes while we wait. Our designer was not able to make it here, so we used the DALL-E AI to generate our logo here. And I think it turned out pretty well. All right, we have our first bid coming in. So we're going to have 4 bids come in, and so as you can see, the event that's emitted, it's a sealed bid, it's encrypted, and we can go over here and refresh an Etherscan to see them coming in. Similar to existing commit reveal schemes, you send in an obfuscated amount of ETH, so that's the actual bid, and then just some amount to throw people off, and then that obfuscation amount will be returned at the end of the bid. All right, we've got our second bid coming in. I should have lowered the number of bids for the demo, but we're going to have 4 of these coming in. Yeah. All right, we've got 3 coming in. So a bit about the tied encryption protocol. It's very cool. So it combines, I believe, the RSA encryption scheme. So it's asymmetric. You have a public and a private key. And then I believe they use the T-squarings VDF to there we go. We got 4. Okay, cool. All right, yeah. So all 4 are in. Okay, so what's happening right now in the background is the puzzle is being solved, and as soon as that puzzle is solved, it's going to reveal the bid. Okay, so it's now able to close the auction because the puzzle's been solved, and soon enough we're going to see the transaction come through. And this is the cool part. Just wait. So what I was mentioning earlier, the cool part about this scheme is that all of the bids are revealed simultaneously. So instead of seeing them trickle in, you get them all at once. Much better UX for everyone. The demo worked. We're all going to go to bed now. Thank you very much.
Awesome. All right, with that, we are ready for our last demo of the day. So without further ado, let's welcome Snapchain.
Hello, ETHSanFrancisco. Thank you for taking the time here to learn more about Snapchain. At Snapchain, we're building a decentralized infrastructure for ephemeral apps and use cases. So the problem that inspired us to create Snapchain in the first place is that existing smart contract blockchains cannot be deleted. Certain data on the Ethereum blockchain exists indefinitely. Dead contracts still eat up resources, and we need to get rid of them. So here at Snapchain, our team's mission is to rid Web3 of such contracts to provide a more conducive environment for new and exciting contracts. What Snapchain is, we are a permissionless peer-to-peer network to seamlessly create and manage ephemeral blockchains. Using our solution, users can spin up blockchains with one click, indicate a desired time to live that destroys itself at expiration, and to best suit the blockchain use case and application to save costs, processing power, and storage capacity. And let's get right into the product demo.
All right. So now we are starting a P2P network, and this is built from scratch using the Live P2P library. And this is a network for the ephemeral blockchains. I'm going to start 2 P2P nodes connect to each other from different servers. And this is the first node, and it started. And now we start the second one using the multi-address from the first node. And then you can see they are connecting. And while waiting for the node to connect, we can see this is the existing chains. So we already have 2 chains on the node. So on both nodes, you can see those are the 2 different directories. And now let's see. All right. Oh, wait a second. Oh. Okay, let me see. Sorry. No, sorry. Sorry, there's some issues. Okay, server. Okay. Sorry, wait some seconds. Okay, server 2. All right, that's. Oh. Uh-oh. Okay, let me copy this. Oh. Oh, okay, I think I. Okay. Okay, now it's discovered the first node, and we are waiting for them to connect. So hopefully this will work. Okay, they are now connected to each other, and I will hand over to the front end.
So once the user's MetaMask is connected to our solution, there does access a dashboard where they can see all the blockchains that they created. To create a new blockchain, they simply click Create New Chain, and from here they indicate the desired time to live, the network name, the currency, and sign off this transaction over onto the MetaMask. Once this happens, the front end then deposits tokens into the Optimism contract. The contract will then send out a receipt back to the front end. The front end then takes and makes an RPC call to the Snapchain's peer-to-peer network. And each of these peer-to-peer network node spin up their EVM node and broadcasts the message throughout the network.
Move on. And then, yep, you'll see it populate.
Yep, so with these newly created blockchains, you can see one that's alive. If it serves its use, you can go ahead and delete it, which then stops the creation of the blockchain, of the blocks, and it will refund for the time that's remaining. Once a block or a blockchain is stopped, is manually stopped, or expires, there's a mandatory 7-day grace period for auditing and security purposes, and after those grace periods is done, the chain is then destroyed.
Awesome. Yeah, so we have a lot more that we want to add to the roadmap. So there's just some immediate things that we want to bridge assets to other EVM chains. We want to add an in-card blockchain explorer. Some future iterations get as much customizability as possible to the chain. That's including adding more time to live, changing the chain size, and adding a kill switch on the bridge. In general, we think the best use cases for Snapchain will be for any application looking to launch a testnet very easily. This is the easiest way to launch a testnet. If you're a Web3 game and you care about only the final transactions or any, this is the great way to save space on clients. And most excitedly, we think we can be a design space for the next generation of Web3 social media and web messaging apps. So if you're trying to build the next Snapchat, trying to build the next BeReal, come talk to us. We think you can use our service. Thank you, everyone.
Awesome. Well, those were our 13 finalists. Please give all these teams a massive round of applause. Mundo, Fuelscape, Beeper, DAO Census, Mellow Vault, Orc3, Eunuch, DK Section 9, Decentral Couch, Cambria, Swallow, Peekaboo, and Snapchain. All these projects are also visible now on ethglobal.com/showcase in case you want to check out all these details. You can see the GitHub link, and some of them even have live URLs and videos. All right, I know it's been a long weekend for a lot of you, so I'm going to try to end all of this fairly quickly. There's going to be a lot of talking from me now, and we're going to cover all the prizes everybody's won. And for this one, we're going to try something new. If you hear your team name, shout as loud as you can, and we'll see how that goes. So before I begin, I need to prep for this, because this usually is 8 minutes of me talking. So give me 5 seconds. All right, let's do this. $300,000 in prizes. First up, IPFS and Filecoin. For the Storage Wizard prize, $3,000 goes to Lunar, Snapchain, Strappy IPS provider each. Congratulations. Then ERC 721, Parent and Child, Fragmento, CatchCon, Asset Hub, To Be Continued, MentaStream, Loyal3, Learn2DAO, and DStammer are going to be receiving $500 each. Next up, Optimism. For the Developer Infrastructure and Tooling prize, Traverse, Trustless L2 ENS Registry Rollup Solution are going to be receiving $2,500 each. Come on, where's the applause? There's a lot of prizes. And Another World and Cambria are the Optimism Games and NFT Infrastructure projects. $2,500 goes to each of them as well. For the GovTech and Community Infrastructure prize, the Lovelace project and Daoism are going to be receiving $2,500 each. And on-chain ZK Shuffle Texas Hold'em is the Bedrock OP Stack hack winner for $2,500. And these 10 teams are going to be taking in $250 each. Congratulations. Next up is Polygon. The best use of Polygon ID goes to Decentral Couch and Contingent for $2,000 each. For the best public goods and refi project, Aspen and Obsidian are going to be receiving $2,000 each. And InterX and Cozy Trading Company are going to be taking the Metaverse Gaming Project prize category for $2,000 each. For the best developer tool and DAO tooling, Polydune and Daoism are the winners for $2,000 each. And Firemask and Corgis.xyz are going to be winning the best UX prize for $2,000 as well. Next up is SKALE. Kyoku Ginkgo is going to be winning the best use of SKALE prize for $5,000, and TrueScale is the runner-up best partner integration winner for $2,000. And the following 4 projects are going to be receiving $2,000 for the best metaverse and gaming project. So congratulations to On-Chain Texas Hold'em, Secret, Decentralized Arcade Machine, and InterX. And all these 16 teams are going to be splitting $5,000 equally. Congratulations. There we go. All right, how about this? The more you clap, the faster I'll talk. Worldcoin. Kira project takes in $4,000 for the best overall project. The negative reputation is the best social app for $3,000. And Friend World, Crypto Wharf, Door, Smart Coupons, Verified.eth, and Verify ID are the 6 honorable mention winners taking in $1,000 each. And these 20 teams are going to be splitting $3,000 for the best use of Worldcoin. Congratulations to all 20 of these teams. Next up is Cartesi. The best use of Cartesi goes to Nucleus for $5,000. Life is the second place winner for $3,000. And Zap is going to be taking in $2,000 for third place. Next up, ENS. The best use of ENS goes to Orc3 for $3,000. The Trustless L2 ENS Registry Rollup Solution, that's a long one, is $2,000. And Peekaboo is the third place ENS winner for $1,000. And 38 amazing teams are going to be splitting $4,000. I'm not going to say these 38 names. I'll just pause for 5 seconds. All right, next up is Lens Protocol. The top 2 winners of the best integration of Lens goes to CollectDAO and Beeper for $3,500 each. And these 30 teams are going to be taking in $100 each. Congratulations. For the Uniswap Foundation prize, the best LP tool project winners are Uni V3 Leverage Crab for $3,500, Fungible V3 LP for $1,500. Congratulations to that one person. And Easy LP for third place, $500. Next up is UMA. The best use of a cross protocol goes to Yotaku for $5,000 and DAO Census for $2,000. And these 10 teams are going to be splitting in $3,000 equally. So each of them get $300 each. Next up is XMTP. The grand prize goes to Torpedo and Beeper, and the runner-ups are Relay and Pressmail. The first 2 winners are getting $2,500, and the runner-ups are getting $1,500 each. And honorable mentions to Decentral Couch, Confi, and Game Chat for $1,000. Congratulations to all 6 of these teams. Oh, that's 7. And 23 teams are going to be taking in $100 for the best XMTP integrations. All right, next up is the graph. The best new subgraph goes to Pepper Steak for $2,200, and Deal is the runner-up for $800. And the best use of existing subgraph winner is Orc3 for $1,500, and Uniswap 84% Rule is the runner-up for $500. Next up is Hyperlane. The best use of Hyperlane goes to Gani Wallet for $4,000, Goat Voter for $2,000 for the best DeFi hack. NFT Arena is the NFT winner for $2,000, and the best infrastructure goes to On-Chain Game for $2,000. Congratulations to all 4 of these teams. Next up is EY. So the best use of Starline goes to ZK Stablecoin Engine for $1,500 and $1,000 runner-up for Orc3. Congratulations. Mina Protocol. Anon DAO is the best use of Mina winner for $4,000. That's a lot of people on that team. Factum is $3,000, and V Mina is the third place, $2,000 runner-up winner, and these 8 teams are going to be splitting $1,000 pool prize. That's a lot of amazing winners. That's a lot of ZK. Next up is Push Protocol. CoverFi is the $3,500 first place winner. Splash is the second place, and Pepper Steak is the third place $1,500 winner. And Smart Coupons, Pressmail, Loyal3, Profile AN, IP3 are going to be taking in $500 each for being the runner-ups. Next up is LivePeer. The best use of LivePeer goes to V Mina for $5,000 and Splash for $3,000. And StreamSeed and Stream are the 2 $1,000 recipients. Congratulations to all 4 of these teams. Next up is Aluo. The best overall project goes to Potato, I don't know. And the most futuristic use case is Ecotopia for $2,000. And these 7 teams are going to be splitting $6,000 equally. So congratulations to all of these incredible teams. Next up is 0x. Crypto Wharf is the first place winner for the best 0x integration, winning in $5,000. And Portify is the second runner-up, $3,000. And XPay will be the third place winner, taking in $2,000. Congratulations. Next up is ApeCoin. A lot of ApeCoin integrations. The on-chain ZK Shuffle Hold'em team is the first best integration of ApeCoin for $2,000. Learn to DAO is the second place $1,000 winner, and Daoism is the third place $500. And the best contribution to the ApeCoin ecosystem winners are Another World for $3,500, Block Party for $2,000, and On Track for $1,000. Congratulations. Then we have Near Protocol. So AppClip Instant Wallet is the first place winner for this prize, taking in $5,000, and Scorebox will be the second place $3,000 recipient. Congratulations. Next up is Fuel. The best use of Fuel goes to Fuelscape for $5,000. Sale is going to be taking in $3,000, and Fuel Names is the third place $2,000 winner. Tenderly. The best use of Tenderly goes to Firemask for first place, Blockhead for second place, and Noka for third place, winning $2,500, $1,500, and $1,000 respectively. Next up is Teller. We're not even halfway there. This is a lot of talking, don't worry. Best use of Teller goes to PrizeFeeder.xyz for $35, and Ecotopia is the second place $1,000 winner, and Zap will be taking in $500. Congratulations. Next up is Dune Analytics. Firemask, Polydune, Sahara, PrizeFeeder, and FT2VEC are all going to be taking $2,000 each for best integration of Zune. Congratulations. Next up, we have Unlock Protocol. Smart Coupons is the first place winner, and Handshake is the second place $1,500 recipient, and Alexandria is going to be taking in $500 for the third best use of Unlock Protocol. Then we have QuickNode. Firemask takes away the best use of QuickNode for $2,500. IP3 is the second place runner-up for $1,500. And for QuickNode, SDK and Midpoint LC is the third place $1,000 winner. Congratulations. Gnosis Chain. The best use of Gnosis Chain goes to Monet Bridge for $3,000, Smart Check for $1,500, and Purple Mirror for $500. Congratulations to all three of these teams. Let's give a big round of applause for everybody here. Empiric Network. The best use of Empiric goes to these four teams. Contingent, ETH Price Prediction with Empiric Price Feed. That is very specific. Shiliak and Karakrat ERC20. And the two runner-ups are the Lovelace Project and Coverify, taking in $200 each. Amazing. Next up, we have Evmos. Shiliak is the grand prize winner for $3,000, and Eunuch is the runner-up for $250. Congratulations to both of these teams. Then we have Findora. So the best use of Findora goes to Game Chat for $5,000. Congratulations. Next up is Midpoint. Profile AI is the best use of GET requests. Torpedo is the $500 second place winner. And for the best use of post, patch, put, and delete requests is QuickNode, SDK, Midpoint, LC, and DAOCord. Congratulations. Then we have Triangle. Lots of winners for Triangle. The best DeFi goes to OnTrack. The best NFT project is the Lovelace project. The best payment use case is Helix. The best social use case is Tokenized Education. And the most unexpected best use case goes to QuitNow. All of them taking in $1,000 each. Congratulations to all 5 of these teams. Then we have Covalent. I think I'm almost done. A lot of winners for Covalent. So these 3 teams are going to be getting $700 each for the first place best integration. So congratulations to Giant, Monet Bridge, and Scorebox. Chain Statement is going to be taking in $600 for the tiered prize pool, and Helix and Club are going to be taking $500 each. Even Easier Covalent is the 4th place $400 winner. Doors, CrossPay, and To Be Continued are the 3 $200 prize winners, and Verify ID, Jungle, Duck God, and D-Stemmer are $100 3 recipients. All these winners are on now ethglobal.com/showcase, so you can just go onto your own projects and just refresh that page, and you'll see what you have won. You can also see in aggregate what you've won in total. A lot of amazing projects here, and congratulations to everybody that built something this past weekend. So a quick note on the delivery before I close everything off. Everything is tentative and not final, which means that we will be verifying that nobody cheated or coded something before this Friday. So please remain patient for that. It'll take us about 2 weeks to go through all of these 300 projects. And some of these things will change, which means that if somebody won a prize pool and somebody was disqualified, then the amounts will change because then you will get more. So the expected timeline for all the prize delivery is going to be 25th of November. So give us a little bit more time, but you can see all the details of what prizes you've won on your own project page. Now, before we close this, let's say some amazing thank yous. I'm going to make all of you clap a lot for the next few slides. So let's show all these people a massive appreciation of their time. A lot of people make this happen. So I want to start off with all of you amazing hackers. 1,200 of you in this building working on projects on a weekend that you're excited about. This would absolutely not be possible without you. And I want to thank all of our amazing judges who talked to all these projects and gave amazing feedback. Then all of our mentors and volunteers who were here 24/7, making sure everybody was unblocked. All the amazing speakers who did workshops and talks and keynotes and interviews. And the hundreds of partners that are here, making sure that you get to go right into building the things that you're excited about. Hundreds of people behind the scenes putting all this in front of you. And a special thank you to Rory, who was our volunteer lead, running around making sure that nothing was on fire. Thank you so much, Rory. And lastly, I want to give a massive shout out to Chloe, Kevin K, Kevin Ivan, Cree, Huichi, Minnie, Anna, Moaz, Luke, Emily, Andrew, and Jacob from the ETH Global team, who make sure all these things go as smoothly as they can, and you have the best possible experience for all these events. All right, before I stop talking and let you all sleep, let's talk about the finalists. 13 teams showed up on stage. We call them our finalists because if you've been to an ETH Global event before, you'll know this, but if you haven't, I'm going to say that again. We really don't want these events to be competitions. These events are a place for you to learn what's happening in Web3. These events are a way for you to experiment with what's happening and effectively try before you buy and really explore if this is worth your time or the next few years of your life. And as a result, anybody that is a finalist is officially a first place winner. We don't have first, second, third at any of our events. So I want to bring well, I'm super excited to say that all 13 of these teams officially came first, and as part of being a finalist, in addition to any prizes they've won, ETH Global will be giving $1,000 to every team member that came on stage. So congratulations to all of these teams on to my left and right. This is very much the end of ETHSanFrancisco, and before we get up and stop listening to me, let's talk about a couple things that are next. We have 2 more hackathons that we're doing. Our next one is in 2 weeks. This is an online event called Hack FEVM. It's all going to be about the launch of the Filecoin virtual machine. So if you're trying to make interesting things happen on a computing, on storage, this is going to be the event where you get to try that out. This is going to be all online, so you can just sign up on this and work from wherever you are in the world. And our last event of the year is going to be Asia's biggest hackathon in India, Bangalore. So if you're around, if you're interested in being in this one, you can see us in ETH India in just a few weeks. And after that, we'll be announcing everything that's happening in 2023. So you can find out all these details on ethglobal.com. You can sign up for all these things anytime starting now. And thank you so much for being here. Let's party. There's an after party behind us, and I really appreciate all of you being here this weekend. So take care, everybody, and we'll see you for the next one.